Hey YouTube, we've got a 2000 Volkswagen Jette with the 2-liter turbo, and we're going to be replacing some spark plugs. So the first thing we're going to want to do is remove this thing. It's got a bracket with it. Let's go ahead and disconnect this thing. It's just a tab that you push and it's supposed to come off. Yeah, there we go. It comes off and the whole thing comes out because the previous owner put a blow-off valve on it. Alright, so these are size torque 6mm. So go ahead and undo these. Crack these free. Wow, that was easy. There's one on top. Do it. And then there's gonna be 3 on the side, I believe. Put it in my magnet dish. Magnet dish. Alright, I'm going to remove this one as well. Squeeze and it pops off. Squeezes the 2 tabs together. It comes off. So now there's 3 on the side that we want to move. Or no, there's just 2 on the side that we want to move. My arm's in the way. Apologize for that in advance. But underneath this is the coil pack, and you want to be able to get to the coil pack because we're going to be replacing the spark plugs as well on this, or the spark plug wires. Could probably just turn it off, but why? Let's do this in live time. Alright, another one. And then we got one more we got to remove. It's kind of in a tougher spot because there's a hose in the way. Let's take the extension off and try getting in there that way. Yeah, if you just use your regular socket without an extension, you shouldn't have too much of an issue getting in there. Not too much. We'll have a little bit, but not too much. There's lots of wiring harnesses the way. You just break it free. There we go. And it's broken free. And of course, you can take the air socket wrench off because once it's broken free, it's easy to get out. Just spin it out. And then this whole thing will be able to move out of the way so we can see our spark plug wires and where they're going to connect, because we're going to be doing them one at a time so we don't get confused on anything, or at least so I don't. And I know my arm is in the way, and I apologize. There it is. It's free, and they're all the same length in case you were wondering. So there's a thing on the back, a little push thing that we're gonna get that out of the way with, because I want to be able to move it completely out of the way for a tool, looking for a specific tool. There it is. Just taking some angled pliers to push the tab through. Just push it. There we go. So now it is out of the way and we can see. Can you see? Yep. Down there is our coil packs, and that's what we want to see. And of course that is no good. Looks like someone's been taping a lot of stuff. Alright, so now let's go ahead and do spark plug number 1. Now you have to buy a special tool to do the spark plugs. It looks like this. I'm gonna grab spark plug number 1. I'm kind of really on there. It is really on there, which is good. Not too good for me though. When all I want to do is get it out. Actually, I'm gonna take all these little holders off. I can get more room. There we go. Put them in my metal bin, even though they're plastic. Go. Actually gonna take the pliers down on there to grab the boot. There we go. Pull that off. Now we're gonna grab the spark plug. Supposedly, hopefully you can. Oh my god, that just broke. Not good. We're gonna take tape to that. Go down the boot. That's what they said, and grab it and twist. And it comes right out. So there's the old one. That's cool how that works. Go on the ground now. Extension. Alright, to get the spark plug out, got an extension. And we want to go this way. There we go. Now let's go ahead and spin it out. Alright, old spark plug. It looks, let me zoom in on it for you. Looks pretty gnarly. That's not good. So let's grab anti-seize. And then we have our new spark plugs by Bosch. They're platinum. It's what's recommended for Volkswagens. So that's what you should be using. It's what's going to work best. And take some anti-seize. These are 4-prong. Interesting and for a Volkswagen, but that's what they are. Put some anti-seize on the threads. Show you. Like that. Anti-seize on the threads. Let's go ahead and zoom you out. I'm going to put the spark plug inside the spark plug socket. I'm going to go down into the hole and then just tighten up. Don't need to be gapped. No need for that. And then just tighten it. I try to tighten it. Might also help if I was actually tightening. There we go. Bit of a weird angle to be going at. Make sure it's nice and tight. No need to like go crazy on it, you just want it tight. And that's in. Now, our wiring kit, which is also Bosch, which is recommended, because that's what Volkswagen Audi use. You want to take your new one, which will be your shortest, and I guess you just push them on. Yeah, just push it on and then put your new, and then just put it on the coil pack. And that's basically it. Yeah, he's gonna need a new one of these. I'm actually gonna take it off. That whole thing broke. I made a new one. I guess now I can show you how to do the next one. Guess I could do that. Alright, so we're gonna do the next cylinder. Hopefully this is an even better view for you. I'm hoping you like it. So you just want to take the tool, go past the wire, go down in there, and then it's supposed to lock in, but it's locked in. Just twist it and then pulls it out. Very simple. And then it comes off. And then what I want to do next is disconnect it from the coil pack. Just grabbing it and pulling it off. Now let's go back in with the breaker bar down into the hole around the cylinder, around the spark plug, and came off pretty easy. And twist it out. Twisting it, we're twisting it out. Twisting it out, twisting it out, twisting it out, twisting it out. Twisting it out, twisting it out. And I think it's out. There we go, it's out. And another bad one, looks like the first. And the brand that it is, it's an NGK, which is a great brand, but it's not meant for a Volkswagen. Use it in your Hondas, or your Nissans, or your Toyotas, but don't use it in your Volkswagen Audis. That's not what their computer is programmed to work with. So now, got the new Bosch, and then we're gonna put some anti-seize on the threads. And then put it in the socket tool. And then we're gonna go down inside that board. And I know some of you are like, oh, clean it off. There's all that stuff. Well, I'm actually not at my garage, so can't really do that. I don't have a compressor here, which is a bummer. But news on the garage soon about where possibly be moving to, and about what the garage would look like and how I want to fund it, because I want to keep doing this. I want to keep helping people, and this is one way I know how to help people. So again, don't need to wrench on like crazy. Now go grab the second longest, and I'm actually going to use the tool to put it on. Easier for me. There, it's on, I'm assuming. You might be surprised, this is actually the first Volkswagen I've ever worked on, ever. Then you just want to put it on the boot there. That's simple. Now, the next ones are on the other side. But that's basically what you do to the spark plugs. But I guess what we can do first is, this one comes from here. That's on that side. I'm just putting the tool down just like I did with the first two. Get it on there, twisting, comes right out. Trying to remove the tool. There we go. Now it's disconnected and we can just pull it through. Try to. Got a little stuck up in there. There we go. Hole comes right through. And then just pull it off the coil pack. There we go. There you go. What are you able to see? Let's go ahead and zoom you out a little bit. And I'll show you over here, even though I'm not going to show you the plugs. That's the part that's got to be replaced. It was broken. And as you can see, there's already tape on it here. So, anyways, grab the socket, get on there and crack it free. Shouldn't be on that hard. And this one actually is a little difficult. Let's actually, I'm gonna grab another extension. That's funny, I stopped the camera, looked for the extension, and the extension was in my metal carrier thing. It's tight. This one's kind of weird. And actually I'm kind of nervous because it's almost like it's tightening. I don't like that. I know I'm going the right direction. It just doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel right. Feels way too tight in there. It shouldn't feel like that. So it's just scary how tight that is, but I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's so much carbon buildup on it, but I don't want to break it, so I'm just going back and forth with it. There aren't a lot of threads on it, but I don't want to break this off in the head. Now this seems to be working with the twisting back and forth. Man, that's weird how tight that spark plug is in there. It's coming, just not easily. I'm nervous. I'm actually really, really nervous about this. It's not supposed to be like this tight. We're almost there. I'm hoping we are. Man, that's so tight in here. Is it even coming out? That's what I'm worried about. Is it like coming or? This just doesn't make any sense, guys. How tight this thing is. I'm almost afraid that it's actually spinning around inside the cylinder head. This one's gonna come out hot. just want it to come out in one piece. Cross your fingers for me, guys. It's getting a little bit easier. Alright, so it did come out. Holy cow. Whoa. That's not good. So part of the issue was, let's get you in on this. The crush washer was actually trying to come with it, and as you can tell, that is black as heck. No bueno. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that spark plug back in. I put anti-seize on the thread of the new one, so for the next person it's easier. And tighten. Or I'm not tightening, it might be loosening. Wait for it to bottom out. I think it's getting there. And there we go. Pull it off. For the last two, I actually think they're the same size for the wire, so it doesn't really matter. So just put it on the one that you took it off from on your coil pack. Did you see that? Well, I mean, the coil pack's down there, and then what you want to do now is actually fish it through underneath the air intake, and I'm going to grab it on the other side. There's actually things that you actually, it has to go underneath this line first and then goes through like so there, and then there's actually a holder for the heads lamp. Sorry, there's a holder for the line. Funny thing is, there's actually 3 holders. But anyways, holder for the line. There's also one in the center. There's 2 in the center underneath the air intake. They're kind of hard to get to. But then you just want to aim the coil down. Actually, let's disconnect it from this and push it down. There we go. And try to, because I'm not taking this air intake off. You can do it without it, so I'm not taking it off. Let's pull this down a little more. Feed it in. There we go. And you just gotta work it a little bit. I'm actually gonna grab the tool now and go and grab it so that I can maneuver it where it needs to go. Right on top of the spark plug. There we go. You'll hear an audible click when it's in or when it's connected, and you'll feel it as well. So now we're on to the last one. Same thing. Put the tool around it. It comes right up. And then there's some little tabs you pull it off from. 3 all together. The one directly underneath the air intake. And there's one right here for this second one that I want to put it in. Just because it'll be better if it's in. Then you can actually work your hands around so it doesn't fit in the one of the ones near the end. But anyways, take it off the coil pack. I showed you the coil pack. And it comes off by hand. Feed it through, you're done. I'm gonna grab the last one actually. And I'm gonna feed it through this way. so it's hopefully this way might be a little bit easier for me. Put it on the grab my socket, and go down on the spark plug. Let's make sure it's still filming. This has been a little bit of time. Now we're back. The Canon stops after 15 minutes of filming. Anyways, loosening it. This one came out easy. I don't know if it goes A, B, C, or A, B, C, D with the cylinder. That's what they call it. Or if it goes like A, B, C, D, because this the customer also had a what was it? There was something wrong with the Coil pack 3. But, you know, hopefully this fixes it. If it doesn't, we'll go back and put a new coil pack on. Alright, last spark plug, let's grab that. And of course, don't forget the anti-seize. Put an anti-seize on the threads. Put it on the threads. Put some anti-seize on the thread. It's important to put anti-seize on the threads. Put anti-seize on the threads. Alright. Let's go ahead and we're going to put it down in and then tighten it up. Wrong way. No need to wrench on it. That's in. Grab your plug removal tool and put it down. Put the plug down. Take your tool, put it over the plug, and position it into place over the spark plug. Actually, there's a tube. It's broken. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff broken on this car. And I heard the clicked in. Now I just gotta take it off. Nope, it didn't click in. There we go. That's in. Done. And this tube is broken. He's gotta order some tubes. These are in really, really bad shape. So anyways, alright, so now let's aim you down to the plug wires and make sure that you're still in focus. So it looks a mess right now, so let's try and clean that mess up, shall we? So 1, 2, and 3 go, and that one goes here. And then there's one more. We'll put the last one on because that's what it came with, so that's what we'll do. I guess we'll just put it right here. Oh, my glove's in the hole. Or the grip thing that explains it. 1, 2, 3. So there we go. Alright, so after I replaced the spark plugs, we still had the issue with the misfire. So now we're going to replace the coil pack. The first thing we want to do is remove this connection. And there's just a little tab you push, I believe. Or the tab is broken. I think the tab is actually broken. And I think it's broken, which kind of sucks. Yeah. Take another tool to get in there and push. So I'll be right back. So basically all that you want to do is just pull it straight off and that's how it comes off. Now let's go ahead and remove the spark plug wires again. The smog thing stay out of the way. Here's one. Two. 3 and 4. So now they're all out of the way. I'll just stick them up out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so now with the 6mm Allen, pretty sure it's still a 6, I'm going to take an extension. We're going to remove the coil pack. And it's not a 6. I'll be right back with the proper size. So the Allen size of these bolts is actually a 5, and you want to make sure that you get them in there tight. You don't want to strip them out. They're not really in there that tight. A long bolt though. So, oh, still more. There we go. Go to the next one. Back free. Now I can twist it out by hand. See if I can just get my hand in there. There we go. And one more, and it seems to be that they might all actually be the same length. So yeah, all the bolts are the same length that came out of the coil pack, and then the coil pack simply comes out. Let's grab the new one. So we got the new one. You always want to compare. Zoom out for a second. You always want to compare to make sure they're the same. Hopefully it's not too blurry. Might be a little blurry, but they're the same.